Hello, Andre. If you are watching this video, it means that I am in the long process of moving files over and starting on my documentation. So I made this video just in case I mess something up. So, yeah, sprints this week, or the sprint of this week was pretty easy. It was just dealing with the sprites, obviously. So I have an image manager, basically the same thing as the model manager, the shader manager. The only difference is how I load in the images. So I take in a string for like the name that I give it, and then a texture pointer because it's taking in a texture. I mean, nothing else. And then also made another function that takes in a rectangle if you want to resize the image as well. So we can look at that really fast. So yeah, load images, same thing really. In this one that doesn't have the rectangle as a parameter, I put it in, I give it, manually, and then this one with the rectangle, well, I just put in that parameter. Pretty simple. It also has, like I did before, its own hash table, so that's easy. Same thing. So then we'll go to the actual sprite itself. Well, this is the sprite class that deals with all the nitty-gritty stuff that the user shouldn't really be touching. So I have a set angle, set scale, set position. I have a set center. I didn't really use it because it wasn't really working. But it's not really required in this sprint that I saw. Yeah. Position, rotation, scale. So also I have a render, and then I have an update sprite, which I'll explain in a second. So yeah, the starting out is pretty easy. When you call the Indigo sprite function, you give it an image. It sets up the rectangle, and then like the size of the image, and then it actually creates the new graphics object for the sprite, which is a model, shader, image, and the rectangle. So then I just give it its own center, which wasn't really working, but it's defaulting to 0, 0, so I gotta fix that. But I have its set angle, I have its set scale, set position, and then I have the render function, which you call in the game object, which I'll show in another second too. And then the update sprite, this is what the user will call every time they finish putting in parameters for this sprite. So if we go to here, so basically the same thing as like everything else, it's got its drawable, it's updatable, it's a line 16, and it has 2 pointers to Indigo sprite. So if I go in here, I'm making 2 different sprites, so I have Stitch and I have an alien. So for the Stitch, it's going to be turning, so I set its position, which is at 0, 0. I set an angle, but it's going to be turning anyways, so you're not really going to be able to see that. Or I could just take it out. And I said it's how big it is, and then I update that. So then it knows, what all these things are, because otherwise if it didn't update, it's not gonna, work. And then I have, for the alien, I just put its position, its angle is 0. You know what, I'll change the angle here to be 180. Then you can see that one. So then I have a draw 2D function, which updates the sprite again, which draws it. And then, so I'm drawing the alien first, and then I'm drawing Stitch second. So Stitch will be the thing that appears on top of everything. And then obviously the alien second on the top. So yeah, and then, oh yes. And then in the draw, if I could find it, there we go. Drawable CPP, not drawable manager. I'm then also still processing, so I have a draw and a draw 2D, and the draw 2D is going last. So that's to make sure everything's drawing correctly. So if I run this, it has the has Stitch. I think the alien disappeared, so you know, it was probably my angle that I messed up. Oh, I know why. It's because the centers are messed up. That's why. Hold on. Let's just change that back to 0. Voila. So yeah, I gotta fix the center so it actually moves with the sprite. But they show up on screen, 2 of them at the same time, and they are rendering on top of everything, so we don't get any weird, like, of the, the images not being transparent or whatever. So that works. So yeah, I just have to fix the center because that's dumb. Yeah. So yes, I will. Obviously, I'll have the documentation done by the final sprint. But yes, I am in the process of doing it now. So yeah, if you see this video, it's because I am doing that. So yes, thanks.